And we should be live. Unfortunately, I planned to stream yesterday and that didn't happen because I woke up and then groggedly was like, it's like 7 something a.m. Okay. So I got myself some ramen. I was about to eat food, get some fucking instant ramen breakfast. So I'm like, yes. What a wonderful day. Instant ramen breakfast, so I'm watching some random ass Vtuber, I forget who, even though it was just yesterday, I completely forget, brain fucking goldfish. I'm sitting here, I'm chilling, I'm like, yes. Entertainment with my food, and then maybe play a little bit of Binding of Isaac before I get into actually streaming the visual novel that is Fate. And, well, before I can even finish my food, I get a call. Some motherfucker has not shown up to their watch, so I now have to go take their place. Which unfortunately meant no stream, because that just took all of my day, and then I came back and I died. But that's over now, and now I can just enjoy some good old stream times. Boom, 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 boom. I don't exactly remember where we left off. All I remember is that we told Shinji to go fuck himself. I think that was his name. Right, Shinji? No. Wait, I can't seem to go back to the previous thing. Damn. Oh, I'm curious how the flowchart looks now. A funny dress. Wait, that was a positive for Saber? Okay. Servant. Oh. Oh, we got stats? What the fuck? What is this for? Ah, yes, writing skill. Look, guys, Saber can write things better than the average person. Might be important later. Huh. Neat. Wonder if I should read all this, or if I should just actually, no, just let's scroll through it, read it on my own time, and I'll feel good. We have alignments? Hey, wait, 154. Wait a second, I need Google. I don't. The fuck is a kilometer? Okay, I need to. I must. There's an important, very important thing I need to do. Okay, Saber is 154. Okay. 6 foot 2 centimeters. Or 93. And Kilogram. Okay, we got this. So Saber would reach up to like the bottom of my rib cage. Because I'm 6'4", that's apparently thanks to 193 centimeters. So she is like a third of my height. Small. And then I'm like 3 times her weight. Because I weigh like 330. And that might make you think of someone that looks morbidly obese. No, I'm just literally dense and full of shit. No one can usually guess my weight just looking at me, and I'm just like, yep. I swear, it's all in the ass. I'm twice Lancer's weight. Still taller than him. About almost, not quite twice Archer's weight, but still taller. However, I'm definitely shorter than Berserker, and they're definitely a lot heavier than me. You know about their noble phantasm? Huh. We're just gonna scroll through these so someone can like pause and look at them. Let's see here. Back to Archer. Yeah, fucking nothing on him. The wonderful dog of Ireland. Soaring spirit that plunges with death. Gay bulge! Oh wait, I just remembered I forgot that I did a thing. There, close that. Yes, I appear to have gotten spam on Kick. Oh well. Yeah, and clicking that with a 10-foot pole. I'll investigate more thoroughly later. Got it, nice. What's weapon? Is it just going after... Yeah, it's just going over their weapons. Oh. Unnamed axe sword. It's an axe sword? It just looks like a fucking giant cleaver. Interesting. Oh, did I actually... Oops. Good job, me. I completely went back to the main menu. There, a wonderful 10 minutes of me being silent, be like, huh, yes, interesting. And ad nauseum when I'm just like, oh yes, there's a fucking weird ass weapon and servant tab. I don't know what that would be useful for other than just having like a log on the back for me to read about things outside of what's going on in the story. Anyway. Before I got heavily distracted by menu things, we told Shinji to fuck off and we went inside. Have another good day, senpai. Sakura heads to the first year floor. Tosaka and I climbed the stairs to the second year floor. I don't think I needed to say that line. What's that? Oh, that's him. Run right into the student council president. Yeah, sup, I got two bitches on my sides. Oh wait, no, Sakura already left. I got Tosaka. Why are you Tosaka? Shiro Emiya. I'll look into that a little bit later, Flo. Oh, good morning, Ryodo. What kind of greeting is a wow wow wow? I woke up feeling like something was off this morning, but I never thought it could be this dire. Just come over here, Emiya. Staying so close to Tosaka might poison you. You say, tugs on my arm. Hard. Tosaka looks at Issei and Mio without a word, then walks towards Class 2 Alpha, as if nothing happened. Go right ahead. And nobody's stopping you. Tosaka silently passes by, but then... The rooftop lunch. My dog? He whispers that to me so Issei won't hear. Lunchtime. After seeing Tosaka and me in the morning, Issei hasn't been speaking to me. He's been treating me like a traitor. I guess I went too far. Felt just a bit of regret. Issei interrogated me about why I was with Tosaka this morning, and my response was... we got close over the weekend. Oh, that's a fun way to put it. That was not a great idea. I expected Issei's next set of questions to be about how and why we got close, but before I could explain further, Issei staggered away. Yeah, I'd imagine he shocked the dude. Well, I guess that works to my advantage since I need to do things alone for a while. Having fewer people involved will make things easier. Anyway, the first thing I need to do is... purple hair. I was playing everything Sakura. Oh, right. It was hectic this morning and I couldn't properly explain myself then, so I should go and talk to Sakura now. I head up the 4th floor, to the first year classrooms. I pick it to her classroom from the hallway and Sakura notices me right away. Do you just have this much freedom to just wander around in school? I guess it is lunchtime, but still. I remember that when I was in school, and I would, like, go eat lunch and then chill in the classroom and read a book because like the friends I was with, I always made friends with people that were older than me, so our time frames never synced up. Is there we were on different schedules. The older years and the newer years were on different schedules. So I did have friends that were exactly my age. They were just a little older. And I would stay in the classroom and read a book. Because, well, all my friends aren't here. Until like a later period or whatever. Or a different class. And the teacher would just look at me like, "You okay? Do you have friends? I'm so sorry for you." I'm just like, "Leave, what? What are you talking about?" "No, I have friends. It's just none of them were in this class." Okay. "Oh, is something the matter, senpai?" Sakura steps into the hallway and tilts her head in confusion. "I thought she would be depressed after what happened with Shinji this morning, but he seems fine. Nothing really happened, but I just came over to ask you to forgive me about what happened with Tosaka. I couldn't talk to you about it this morning, so I wanted to apologize before I went home."
東坂先輩を許すって何をですか?
Oh god. I took a sip of my drink. It went up my nose somehow. Anyway. Oh, that burns. Oh, that burns. Apex of the planet. Best species, #1 humans. Oh. Oh, what about Miss Tosaka should I forgive you for? Well, about the thing where she's going to stay with me for a while. I should have consulted you first, Sakura, but instead I decided on my own. I'm sorry. Why? This literally does make it sound like Sakura's already your girlfriend. But there's a legitimate reason for Tosaka staying over. And it's nothing shameful. Because we're not in Arrow game. You might not forgive me for it, but I just wanted to tell you that. I lower my head, apologetically.
やめてください、先輩。そんな風に先輩が謝ることなんてありません。
You kind of make the Koahai freak out. Please, do not do that, senpai. There's no reason for you to apologize.
確かに東坂先輩が下宿することは驚きました。けど、藤村先生も許可したんだし、何の問題もないと思います。
I was certainly surprised when I learned Miss Tosaka was going to stay over, but Miss Fushimura approved the arrangement, and well, I don't see any problem.
あの家は先輩のお家なんですから、先輩の好きにしていいんだし、私が意見していいことなんてありません。
You are the master of your own home, so you can do as you wish with it, and it is not my place to say anything about it. You dummy. What the hell are you talking about? Sakura? That house is mine, Fujine's, and yours. I should just decide things on my own.
先輩。
Blush. That's why I need to apologize. Rather than be mad at Tosaka, you should be mad at me. Because, well, I'm the one who invited Tosaka over without consulting with my family first. And if you don't want Tosaka to stay, you know how much of an idiot she would call you if she heard you speaking right now? Chiados. If you don't want Tosaka to stay over, I'll call it off. I know it's not enough to earn your forgiveness, but I can't continue to do something you don't like. This isn't just me trying to smooth things over. I'm speaking from the heart. Teaming up with Tosaka doesn't mean she needs to live with me. There should be other ways to work effectively with her.
じゃあ許します。遠坂先輩の下宿も許可するし、先輩の勝手も許しちゃいます。
And then I'll forgive you. I will allow Miss Tosaka to stay over, and I'll also forgive you for being so selfish.
それでいいですか、先輩。
Is that what you want, a senpai? Eh? Are you sure, Sakura?
はい。どんな事情があるのかも聞きません。私は先輩がそう言ってくれただけで十分です。
Fucking placated. And I won't even ask about the circumstances. I'm just satisfied hearing you say that. This is how we pull the wool over our eyes. Sakura looks at me, smiling warmly. She's not pretending. Sakura is giving her honest approval of Tosaka staying with me. Thanks, Sakura. I'm real glad.
いえ、すごく嬉しいのはこっちの方ですから。
Well, I'm the one who is glad.
けど先輩、もしですよ、もし私が嫌だって言ったら先輩はどうしたんですか？
Oh, but may I ask you something? If I told you I didn't want Miss Tosaka to stay, what would you have done? Well, this is digging your own fucking grave. Well, if you'd done that, I might have gone to her instead, because I actually do need to be with Tosaka for a while.
先輩が出抜くって、
Yeah? You go to her instead? Oh. Chiados. Chiados. My guy. You don't know what you're saying. Yeah. Instead of Tosaka staying here, I probably would have stayed at Tosaka's place. That way, I wouldn't need to bother you or Fujine about our arrangements. The thought of staying at home with girl I admire, or rather, admired, past tense, would be terrifying, but I would have no other choice. Well, I appreciate it. If that happened, I think she would tease me even more than she does right now. That's a relief. I'm so glad Sakura forgave me. Hey, wait. Sakura, what's wrong? You look pale. I call out to her, asking if she's alright. Yeah, you completely I flubbed that one up. Sakura seems to be lost in thought.
言わなくてよかった。
So glad I didn't say that. She sighs deeply for some reason. After school. The end of the day bell rings, and I prepare for my bag to go home. I guess I have a bell. Saber is waiting, so I should go straight home. I say that because all the time I've ever been in school, I never remember there being a fucking bell ring. There are a few students still scattered in the hallway. Some students going to their club activities, some students still lingering, killing time. And a student who's about 10 meters away, stopping towards me, looking real mad. There are just so many kinds of students are still around. Did I forget to go to the rooftop? There's something strange in that mix of students, so I quickly turn and head towards the stairs. Oh, right. I just remembered that I was told to do something this morning. I may have been told something, but at this point my only choice is to pretend I forgot. Actually, I don't see that working. I'll just say I didn't hear.
そこまでよ。人の顔見て逃げ出すなんていい度胸してるじゃない。
Hold it right there. Got guts running away from me when you see me. Damn. Got caught. Actually, there's nowhere for me to run if I go home, so I let myself get caught here to minimize the damage. I turn slowly. Yeah, she's absolutely livid. The way she looks now, you wouldn't even imagine she's a school top honor student. Yo, what a coincidence. Tosaka, want to go home together if you're leaving? Wearing the same way any... Hi.
帰るかじゃないわよバカシロ。あんた自分の立場分かってるの？せっかく忠告してあげようと思ったのに、どうして屋上に来なかったのよ。
Don't let's go home. Shiro, you idiot. Do you have any idea of the position you're in right now? I was going to warn you. Why didn't you come to the rooftop earlier? Looks so threatening. At this point, she won't listen to any excuse I make, but she probably won't calm down if I don't explain myself. Sorry. I went to talk to Sakura at lunchtime, so I couldn't go to the rooftop. She's showing no sign of calming down, so I tell her the truth. Then Tosaka looks at me blankly, like she's just seen a ghost.
さくらのところって、もしかして私がエミヤ邸に下宿する件で？
You went to Sakura? You mean you went and talked to her about me staying at your place? Yeah. Remember how we left things up in the air with her this morning, so I went to ask her for her approval of you staying over.
そう。まあ、そういうことなら仕方ないか。
See, now she's less angry because she's like, okay, he forgot to go and see me on the rooftop, but he went to do something for me, so he's thinking of me. But now she's conflicted. I see. Well, I can't say much then, can I? Tosaka sheaves her sword, just like that, and then, for some reason...
いいわ。昼間の件はチャラにしてあげる。さくらのこと余計な心配かけたわね。
Fine. I forgive you for ditching me at lunchtime. I'm sorry for making you do extra work for Sakura. She looks sullen as she makes her apology. Well, there's nothing for you to apologize for. So, why did you call me up to the rooftop? It was important, right?
まあね。呼びつけたのはマスターとしての話があったからよ。学校に結界が張られているから注意しろって言いたかったの。
Yes. I told you to meet up there because I had something to tell you. As a master, I wanted to warn you to be careful because there's a bounded field set up over the school. Wait. A bounded field? Here. A school.
ええ。シローは気づいてないようだけど、厄介なものが仕掛けられてるのよ。
That's right. You may not have noticed, but it's a pretty tricky thing that's been set up.
サインはかなりの範囲に仕組まれていて、発動すれば学校の敷地をほぼ包み込むわ。
The seals, or signs, are installed around a wide area. Once they're activated, the whole thing will envelop the entire school.
種別は結界内にいる人間から血肉を奪うタイプ。まだ準備段階のようだけど、それでもいつもよりみんなに元気がないって気づかなかった？
It's intended to steal the flesh and blood from all of the people within the bounded field. Looks like it's still at its beginning stages. But haven't you noticed how listless everyone seems? Oh. Now that she mentions it, I felt a little strange 2 days ago, but is that why? What that means? That means there's a master at school.
そう。確実に敵が潜んでいるってわけ。わかったエミヤくん。まさか学校で仕掛けてくるとは思えないけど、いつ戦いになってもいいように気を配っておけって言いたかったの。
Exactly. We have an enemy lurking here. You get it now? Emiya. They're not likely to attack here at school, but I wanted to tell you. I wanted to Tell you to. I wanted to tell you. That is right grammar, I think. Maybe proper. That's probably proper, but it feels weird to say. I wanted to tell you to be on alert, so you're prepared for battle at any time. No wonder Tosaka was so mad. Here I was, spending my entire day in ignorant peace. Sorry, I should have met you during lunchtime.
そうね。セイバーに白を任されたってこともあるし、つまんない理由だったらギアスの一つもかけてたところよ。
You damn well should have. Saber entrusted you to me. So if you had skipped out for some stupid reason, I would have cast a Gios on you and forced you to come.
けど、今回は多めに見てあげる。結果論だけど、今日一日何も起きなかったし。
Huh. Okay, I thought so. See, when I read Gios, I was thinking of like a code Gios because, you know, anime brain. And then it never occurred to me to actually look up Gios itself as an actual word. It is. And just kind of means like a vow or a blessing or a curse type thing. So, as you'd imagine, it would have cast a curse on you to force you to come. Which probably would have been more better fitting for the translation, if I would have assumed. You have said curse instead of Gios, so you would have not had someone like me just be like, like, because no one else really says Gios. But I'll let it pass this time. As it turns out, nothing happened today. Oh, close. Okay. So, all's well that ends well. I feel better hearing her say that. But Tosaka, do you know who set up that bounded field? Is it someone from the school?
いいえ、それはまだわからない。
No, I don't know yet. I don't sense the presence.
私以外に魔術師らしき気配はないから部外者かもしれないけど、あなたみたいに素人がマスターになる場合もあるでしょ。
I don't sense the presence of any mages other than me here, so they may be an outsider. But there are cases when an amateur like you winds up becoming a master too.
だから断定はできないんだけど、まあ十中八九うちの人間の仕業でしょうね。
So I can't be sure. But there's a good chance it's someone from the school.
学校に結界を張る以上、ここに紛れ込んでいても不審に思われない人間だろうから。
They'd have to not stand out here, since they managed to set up a bounded field at the school and all. No one who wouldn't seem suspicious if they came into the school. So it would be either a student or a teacher. Whoever it might be. It means Tosaka and I aren't the only masters here. Shit.
問題はそれだけじゃないわ。
That's not the only problem.
シロ、この結界はね、発動したら最後。 結界内の人間を一人残らず妖怪して吸収する代物よ。私たちは生き物の胃の中にいるようなものなの。
Listen, Shido. Once this bounded field is completed and activated, it'll dissolve and absorb everyone inside. Think of it like they're in the belly of some creature.
魔力で自分自身を守っている私たちには効果はないだろうけど。 魔力を持たない人間なら、わけもわからないうちに衰弱死しかねない。
Or rather, we might not be affected by it because we're protecting ourselves with magical energy. But anybody who doesn't possess mana will weaken and die without their knowing.
一般人を巻き込むどころの話じゃないわ。この結界が起動したら、学校中の人間は皆殺しにされるのよ。
I This is way beyond just involving ordinary citizens. If this bounded field activates, it'll kill everyone in the school.
わかる？こういうふざけた結界を準備させるやつがこの学校にいるマスターなの。
Do you understand? There's a master in the school who is willing to make a bounded field this awful. My vision blurs momentarily. I take a deep breath so I can make sure I fully comprehend what Tosaka is trying to say. But it stops there. I attempt to imagine the worst possible outcome, even if my imaginings may fall short. And I keep the image deep within my heart and accept the position I've been placed in. I get what you're trying to say. So, Tosaka, can we try to destroy this bounded field?
試したけど無理だった。
I tried, but it was impossible.
結界の規定は全部探したんだけど、それを消去できないのよ。私にできるのは、一時的に規定を弱めて、結界の発動を先延ばしにするだけよ。
I found all the sources for it. I can't destroy them. The only thing I can do is to temporarily weaken the sources to delay the whole thing from activating. So, as long as you're here, the bounded field can't be fully formed.
そう願いたいけど、それも都合のいい願いでしょうね。
I can only hope, but that's wishful thinking.
もう結界は張られていて、発動のための魔力は少しずつ溜まってきている。アーチャーの見立てだと、あと8日程度で準備が整うとか。
The bounded field is already set up, and the mana needed to activate it is gradually accumulating. According to Archer's estimate, everything will be ready in about 8 days.
そうなったらマスターかサーバントか、どちらかがその気になれば、この学校は地獄になる。
When it's ready, either the master or servant will transform the school into a living hell. Then, before that happens,
この学校に潜んでいるマスターを倒すしかない。け
We
ど
need-、
探すのは難しいでしょうね。
we need to defeat the master lurking in the school, but it'll be challenging to find them.
この結界を張られた時点で、そいつの勝ちみたいなものだもの。あとは黙ってても結界は発動するんだから、その時まで表には出てこない。だから、チャンスがあるとしたら。
We've pretty much been at their mercy from the moment that bounded field was formed. The master just needs to wait until it's ready to be activated. But they don't need to make themselves known until then. So the only chance we have is when they come out, right?
ご名答。まあそういうわけだから、今はおとなしくしてなさい。その時になったら、嫌でも戦うことになるんだし。自分から探し回って敵に知られるのもバカらしいでしょ。
Bingo. So, you should stay quiet until then. You'll have to fight whether you like it or not. When the time comes, and it'd be stupid to let the enemy find you. Ready to go searching for the master yourself. I get it. We can't leave someone who would make a bounded field like that on the loose. But since I don't know who they are, just making a move at random might cause more problems than it solves.
そういうこと。今日のうちにできる結界への対処は済ませたから、あとはまた明日よ。
Exactly. I've already done everything I can to slow down the bounded field. For today, so I'll have to handle the rest tomorrow.
これ以上校舎に残っていてもやることないし、シローは先に帰っていて。
There's nothing left to do at school, so you head home. Wait, I'm fine with going home now. Fuck, accident headache.
私のことはいいで、シローはセーバーを任せてるんだから怒られるわよ。
Wait, I'm fine with going home now, but what about you, Tosaka? Don't worry about me. Saber's waiting for you. He'll get mad if you don't hurry home. I forgot. Saber was against me going to school, and she only allowed me to do so under the condition that I come home before sunset. Yeah, it's looking pretty amber out there, isn't it?
それじゃあ後で寄り道せずに帰りなさいよ。
And see you later. Go home. No detours. Osaka makes her way toward the back of the school. And maybe she has something to do at the gym. After watching her backside headed toward the gym for a bit, that's a fucking weird sentence. After seeing her take off to the gym, I hurry out of the school. The gate is still locked. Alright. It's been a while since I came home this early. I usually help out doing odd jobs or go to a part-time job, so it's rare for me to come straight home from school. I usually find the gate unlocked and Sakura preparing dinner inside. I've gotten so used to that after a year. I've forgotten how important coming home early can be. Even the simple act of opening a locked gate makes me realize how thankful I should be for Sakura coming here. Now curious, was that decision Sakura? Or... Nah. Anyway. I'm home. I step in the hallway as I call out. The moment I enter the living room, I see the blonde girl.
帰ったのですね、マスター。
You're back, Master. For a split second. As I see Saber, I feel like I've been hurled into a dream or some sort of fantasy, well, how golden everything is near around.
シロ、
Your eyes are literally rose-tinted at the moment.
ではないのですか。
Kiddo, did you just get home? She calls my name in a quiet voice. I finally come back to reality. Oh, Saber. Sorry, you surprised me, popping up so suddenly like that. Just for an instant, I mistook her for a normal girl rather than Saber.
私はマスターの指示に従ってここに待機していたのですが、間違っていましたか。
Oh, your orders were for me to stay here. Was I mistaken? Oh, no. I just got confused. Don't worry about it. But how are you feeling? Saber, you said you were going to sleep a lot, so does that mean now you're...
起きていても支障はありません。
There's no problem with me being awake now.
いえ、可能な限り戦闘時以外は眠っていた方がいいのですが、それでは勘が鈍りますから。
Well, it would be ideal for me to sleep except when fighting, but that would leave me rusty.
定期的に目覚めて体を動かしていなければ、いざという時に動きが鈍ります。
I should move around periodically, or my body will not be properly responsive when I most need it. Got it. You have a point there. You get a headache if you sleep all day. Yeah, I do, definitely. Get those headaches. And I'm sure you're not sleeping because you're sleepy.
そうですね。眠りを必要とする疲れはありません。
Yes, true. I do not sleep because I get fatigued.
ですがシロ、あなたは眠りすぎると頭を痛くするのですか。
But Chido, did you say you get a headache when you sleep too much? Yes, I do. Don't you? People don't typically do well if they sleep a good chunk of the day. In my case, I'll get woken up by a headache, so I can't sleep for more than half a day.
不思議な話ですね。私はそのようなことはありませんでした。今も昔も眠ろうと思えばいくらでも眠れますし。
How strange, that never happened to me. I've always been able to sleep as much as I like, both now and in the past. Fucking... What kind of sleeping superpower is that? The fuck? That doesn't sound particularly efficient. A saber, sleeping all day would be a waste. Wouldn't it be more fun to wake up and play if you weren't sleepy?
そうですね。確かにその方が無駄はありません。
You may be right. You waste less time that way. Right? You may have been forced to do this because you're with me, but once your contract with me ends, you should go back to your normal lifestyle and cycle. It may not be my place to say, but if this becomes a habit and you sleep all day, people might start thinking you're lazy.
それはすでに手遅れかもしれません。私は皆にそう思われていたかもしれない。
It may in fact be too late. Some may already see me that way. She thinks about it and furrows her brow. I thought this was just idle chit-chat, but Saber doesn't really seem to get jokes. Oh god, she's fucking autistic. We move to the living room. Saber looks like she wants to know what happened today, so I decided to tell her about the bounded field at school and Tosaka warned me about.
そうですか。学校に集まる人間を生贄にするつもりなのですね。
I see. That master must be planning to use the people inside the school as a sacrifice. To be blunt, and probably, yeah. Just like I said, it needs more time though.
同感です。
Oh,
そ
shit,
れほど大規模
burping.
な結界の完成には
Yeah, wait.
時間がかかる。
With the similar time frame of whatever I seem to stream for
おそらく神殿に見立てた
Like
祭壇なのでしょう。
15 minutes to an hour, I seem to get this weird thing where I need to use the restroom. So I shall be back momentarily. I'm back. And nature do be calling. Make sure everything's still working fine. Check. Ah, yes, okay. I agree. Completing a bounded field that large should take a considerable amount of time. It is possible to enclose the school building, so it's most likely chosen to function in a manner similar to a temple altar.
それだけの規模な結界を完璧に起動させるには早くて10日は必要です。
I believe it would take at least 10 days to fully activate a bounded field of that scale. I felt something strange 2 days ago, on Saturday. That means we still have about 8 more days. That lines up with Tosaka's estimate.
はい。その結界が生贄を集めるものであれ、守りを固めるものであれ、完成させては厄介です。それまでに結界を張ったマスターを見つけ出せれば良いのですが。
Yes. Whether that bounded field is meant to gather sacrifices or is intended to solidify the opponent's defenses. Both will pose a problem for us if we permit its completion. We'll need to find the master who created this bounded field before that happens. Yeah, just like I said, it would be challenging. It should be easy to identify someone if they're lurking in the school. We need to do everything we can to find them and make them stop the bounded field. Chances of them being someone from school are pretty high, considering where they set up their bounded field. Student or teacher. Starting tomorrow, I'll search the school as thoroughly as I can during lunch and try to find anyone suspicious. Other than that, we'll need to figure out what kind of servant they have with them. Then again, we'll only learn that once we found them. Then the only other thing I could do right now is to think about the servants I've encountered already. Saber's awake, so now's my chance to ask her about them. Okay then. Mount Archer. That guy. I should ask about Tosaka's servant, Archer. Saber defeated him in a single attack, though she did surprise him, so I have no idea how powerful he is. Hey, Saber, I want to know more about Archer. Do you notice anything about him?
Archer ですか。いえ、シローが把握できている以上のことは何も。
Archer? No. No more than what you did.
単純な戦闘能力では私が上回っているようですが、彼の宝具も戦闘技術も体験していません。
Basic combat abilities may be a bit better than mine, but I have not experienced his noble phantasm or his combat skills.
一度勝利しているからといって楽観していい相手ではないでしょう。
But I can tell you that we should not be confident around him because we beat him once. Yeah. Well, it did happen really, really quickly. That guy. Can't put a finger on it, but that moment. When Saber attacked him, I had this uncanny feeling. Like, it was a surprise attack, but it wasn't. That red knight looked like he had already sensed Saber's presence. But he froze the moment he saw Saber, so he couldn't react to Saber's onslaught. Hey, Saber, maybe he knows you. I have a feeling it wasn't the surprise attack that made the blow land, but just him being surprised at seeing.
なるほど。そう考えると私も納得できる。
I see. That would make more sense.
弓使いである以上、接近戦で私に劣るのは当然です。
Being a bowman, it is natural that he would be inferior to me in single combat.
ですがそれにしても、あの時のアーチャーは脆すぎた。
But he was considerably weaker even than that.
何か外的要因で実力を発揮できなかったのではと考えていたのですが。
It occurred to me that something may have prevented him from using his full potential. I've actually seen him in Lancer fight. Archer might have gone on the offensive, but his defense was incredible. So I assumed there was something wrong with him since your attack hit him so easily. So, you are trying to say that he took it easy on me. Rather than being upset by an easy victory, she seems to be more bothered that he might have taken it easy on her. Saber glares at an unseen enemy. Very well. Once your alliance with Friend is over, I shall make him regret that insult. Wait! I don't think he went easy on you on purpose, and I don't think there's a real need to hate him. I suddenly find myself defending Archer. That patty face. Sometimes when I hear the sentences like that, you can hear how it's like structured differently than English. Because how she said Archer before servants in her last sentence, compared to how it's actually written in English. Anyway, well, are you saying Archer's actions are to be forgiven? Rather, you seem to be defending him out of sheer goodwill. I don't want to believe it to be true, but I must ask: do you prefer Archer to me as your servant? That's impossible. I'll have you know that he rubs me the wrong way. I've never talked to him before, but I know that he and I wouldn't get along, even just from seeing him at a distance. Saber jealous. Like, he's my pathetic master. Mine. That is a relief. I knew there was no cause for concern, but I am relieved to hear it said. Okay. You took me by surprise too, but why are you so relieved by that? Saber, is me hating Archer a good thing? Alright, it apparently is a strange thing for me to dwell upon. Well, it is probably a matter of our compatibility in battle. My specialty as a servant lies in melee combat, while Archer specializes in ranged combat. If you're to be more compatible with Archer, then that would mean you wouldn't be compatible with me. If that was the case, none of us would be able to play to each other's strengths. Saber nods, convinced that that must be the reason for her grief, or relief. I guess so. Either way, we have absolutely no information on Archer. We just don't know which hero he is, what age he's from, or what kind of noble phantasm he possesses. So, about the other servants. Please wait. Shiro, one has entered the gate of this property. What? You can sense something like that? Oh crap. It's already so late, this is bad. Sakura must be back. The doorbell rings in from the front entrance. Here's Sakura's voice. Coming in. Saber, I'm sorry, but... Yes, I know. I will retire to my room, so please, do not mind me. Saber goes back to her room, knowing fully well that no matter what she says, Shiro is going to definitely mind her. Almost as if switching with Saber. I'm home. Good. Good. You came home early like I asked you to. Good doggy. Good boy. Have a treat. Tosaka walks in, laden with shopping bags.
お邪魔します先輩。珍しいですね。先輩がこんな早くから帰ってきてくれるのって。
Thank you for having me again, senpai. It's rare for you to be be home so early. Sakura walks in, smiling happily. Where's the knife? She's the purple character. She's got long purple hair. She has a knife.
準備は完璧だ。それじゃあ始めるとしましょうか。
Where's the quiet ones? Okay. Everything is ready. I'm going to get started. Tosaka psychs herself up and heads to the kitchen.
先輩、お夕飯の支度なんですけど。
Senpai, about dinner tonight. You don't have to worry about it since it's Tosaka's turn today. He prepared breakfast for us, so leave dinner to us. He and I will handle dinner. Well, Tosaka's staying here.
はい。先輩がそう言うのならそうします。
Very well. If so, then I will have to oblige. Sakura quietly sits down. Sure, anything she does is not quiet. I hear a fiery, boisterous sound coming from the kitchen, but I see nothing of Tosaka. I guess I can trust her. I should stay in my room until dinner's ready, considering Saber's waiting there. I'm going to rest in my room. If Fujine comes, I tell her she should prepare the bath for herself for a change. Jesus.
どうぞごゆっくり。
Fujine's bath.
ご飯の支度ができたら呼びに行きますね。
Okay. Please, go relax, senpai. I will come and get you once dinner is ready. Yeah, oh, and by the way, don't forget to knock when you come into my room. You're gonna make her think you're masturbating. It's a little before 6 o'clock. I think your dinner will be ready around 7 o'clock. I return to my room and find Saber sleeping in the room next door. A bummer. Thought I could talk to her a little more. Lick my tongue with disappointment and sit down. Wait a moment. What am I thinking? There's nothing else I can talk to her about apart from the Holy Grail War. Besides, I still don't know how to act around Saber. Oh well. If she's asleep, I'll just let her rest. I mutter to myself and stare at the hands of the clock. Last night, Saber, Tosaka and I ate dinner. But today, Sakura and Fujine are in the mix as well, making it 5 people. Oh. Actually, Saber can't join. As long as Fujine and Sakura are around, I can't have Saber come out of her room. I wonder if Saber ate breakfast. Last night, Saber was nodding while eating her dinner. Based on her behavior, it's not like she doesn't need food. I didn't prepare lunch for her, so she must be hungry. Once Fujine and Sakura go home, I could warm up some dinner for Saber. She'll have to eat alone, but nothing we can do about that. It's just... Imagining Saber eating by herself is making me mad.
Shiro, 起きてる?
Kiddo, are you awake? Tosaka knocks on my door and peeks her head in. Tosaka, what's going on?
何って夕食なんだけど。できたから来て。
Nothing. Dinner's ready, so come on out. It's already that time? I pick myself up, glance towards Saber room, and head into the hallway.
来た来た。ほら見てよこの料理。なんと遠坂さんは長らく不在だった中華料理ができる人だったのだ。
Oh, there you are. Look at all the dishes. Can you believe it? Smells like a cooked Chinese cuisine, something that has long been absent from our menu. Fujine dances excitedly around the table, which is laid out with dinner. Now that she mentions it, it does all look to be Chinese dishes today. The German, Western-looking, Japanese question mark named girl is Tosaka Japanese? Probably it should be. I think it is. It sounds like it. Google. Yeah, it's Japanese. But anyway, makes Chinese food. Anyway, whatever. Excuse me. 4 big plates decorate the table. Crab meat with egg omelet, shredded beef with green peppers, vegetable stir fry with some fancy meat I've never seen before, and for some reason, a plate full of steamed shumai. Like a type of tumbling. That actually looks like something I need a lot of. Okay. Curiosity about the food stated. Salad has been served on individual plates for everyone, and the setup seems to have been well thought out. It's pretty extravagant. Eugene loves it. With this as a surprise, I thought you would make something Western.
本当は洋風を考えてたそうですよ。けど中華料理は誰も作らないって言ったら、なら私が作るって。
Oh, she did consider making Western dishes, but when I mentioned that no one in this household makes Chinese dishes, she volunteered to make some. Why does she decide to do something no one else does? Because she wants to feel validated and important. Your thick skull. Hey, Sakura, you and Tosaka come home at the same time. Did you two go shopping together or something?
はい。遠坂先輩、弓道部が終わるまで待っててくれたんです。それで帰り道。
I will, however, take into consideration that the only reason that most the reason that it's like understandable of what the character's motives are in like a visual novel or a book. It's because you're able to look at it objectively from a third-person perspective. You are not actually in the thing. So usually you as a person seem dense as shit like I do in real life. This is because you just generally don't think anyone would have like considerate motivations or something. You just kind of just take it as is and don't think too much beyond surface level as to why people do things, as to why you do things, and it's just like, yes. And you don't consider that someone's flirting with you because you're just like, oh no one would flirt with me. And that simple thought, no one would flirt with me, means that you're not going to pick it up at all. And even if you were aware of this, it's still going to get fucked, because then you go to real life and you go and you're trying to get a date. It just doesn't work. Because you're too dense and you don't think anyone would be actually interested or actually nice enough. So you just kind of, when it does happen, you don't notice it. It doesn't register in your brain. Hence why everyone has the density of Shiro. Literally. And the density of the main character is very realistic in that regard, because people just... good people don't really value themselves too well. Anyway, I digress. Yes, Miss Tosaka waited for me until the Kyoto Club's practice ended, and we decided to shop for groceries on our way home. I had no idea. Looks like you two are closer than I thought.
そうですね。遠坂先輩とは学校でもよく話してましたから。私のどこが気に入られたかわからないんですけど、入学した頃から親切にしてもらってます。
That may be true. Miss Tosaka speaks to me often at school too. I don't know what made her take a liking to me, but she has been very kind to me ever since I came to the school. Huh. So Tosaka really is a nice upperclassman.
おしゃべりはいいから早く食べよう。私もうお腹ペコペコだよ。
Enough yapping, let's eat. So hungry. Eugenie sits down excitedly.
だってさ、二人も早く座ったら。中華物って冷めると犯罪的にまずいんだから。
You heard her. You two should sit down. Chinese food gets criminally bad when it's cold. Tosaka sits down after she tells us to do the same. I sit down without a word. Everyone bows and thanks Tosaka for cooking, then starts eating. Whoa. I hate to admit it, but it's good. I've never cooked Chinese food because I've always thought it all tastes the same, but Tosaka's dishes make me realize it all just been bias on my part, and I find myself regretting that.
うわー、すごいすごい。こんなにご飯を美味しくさせる料理は久しぶりだよ。うん。東坂さんに100点をあげましょう。
Hero. Hero. You thought Chinese food was bland? You, the maker of Western and Japanese food? Fucking dumbass. Usually I would imagine the Western food to be pretty bland. Like a... Ow, but... Arm! Okay, ow. I moved my arm too fast and I ended up cracking my elbow. It did not feel good. Okay. Wow, it's amazing. It's been a while since I've had a dish that goes so well with rice. Yep, I'm giving you full marks for this one.
ありがとうございます。先生のように素直に感想を言ってもらえると私も嬉しいです。
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to get such an honest opinion from someone like you.
はい、私も中華を見直しました。辛いのって苦手なんですけど、すごく美味しいです。
Yes, I also see Chinese food in a new light. Not usually like eating spicy dishes, but this is delicious. Oh, I should give you some Kung Pao chicken. Sakura looks pleased, seeming to enjoy the food too. After seeing everyone's happy faces, Osaka... She turns to face me, her face triumphant. What? You look like you have something to say.
別にみんなに気に入ってもらえてよかったなって。まあ若干一名素直じゃないのがいるけど、それはそれで楽しいからよしとしましょう。得意分野で負けちゃった気持ちはわかるし。
Nothing. Just glad everyone liked it. Well, there's one person not being honest about his feelings, but it's amusing me, so I'll let it slide. I understand how bad it must feel to be beaten at something you're good at. I get it. You made me cook dinner last night because you wanted to assess my cooking.
はい。今日の教訓は手の内は常に隠しておくでした。
Okay, today's lesson. Never let anyone see our plans or potential. And Tosaka returns to her food, looking exceedingly pleased with herself. Dinner is a bit livelier than I expected. Sakura and Tosaka are acting like good upper and underclassmen, and Fujine is now completely on Tosaka's side. Well, I have no complaints about getting to enjoy a good meal. There are no complaints, but I can't feel unreservedly good about sharing a meal with everyone here. I stand up.
何しろトイレ？
I gotta go to the bathroom. You know? Oh, I just forgot something. I'm going to bring them out now, so wait. The moment I step out of the living room, I lock eyes with Tosaka, who is looking at me silently. I'm gonna go bring Saber out, aren't I? I just didn't think it was right. That's why. I didn't like the fact that I was making her sit alone, even though she's living with us. So, without really considering the consequences of my actions, I take her hand.
シロ、突然何をするのです。
Kiddo, what are you doing? Come with me. I'm going to introduce you to everyone.
正気ですか？待ってください。それは。
Have you lost your mind? Please, wait, that's... I'm bringing you up because I am thinking straight. Come on, let's go. We can deal with whatever happens later.
シロ。
I mean, yeah, he is thinking pretty straight. It's at least not gay. This time. Because I will definitely call out when Shiro is thinking gay. Like, Kyuki Lane. Wait, Shiro. Oh dear. I'm still dragging her along by the time we reach the living room. Sorry, Tosaka, can you add one more plate for her? Tosaka doesn't object. But Fujine and Sakura are looking at Saber in confused astonishment. I know it's a little late, but I want to introduce her to you all. Physical pain. But it's still really sweet of him. And I would probably might do the same. But I would not call her Saber. I would have some funny other name. Her name is Saber, and I'm going to be taking care of her for a while. As you can see, she's a foreigner and not used to living in Japan, so please help her with that. Well, they look about as stoned as his face as me. You don't react. That's understandable, but I can't really find it in me to care right now. Come on, sit over here, Saber. It's better when you eat with everyone.
それは確かに効率的だとは思いますが、私は。
It is true that it would be more efficient, but I... There's no need to be bashful. You're going to be living with us from now on too, so... If we're going to live it together, we should eat together too.
はい。シロがそう言うのでしたら、私は従うだけですが。
Yes, say so, I will have to oblige. You can't do... Ears. Ears are ringing.
一体どうしちゃったのよ、シロってば。遠坂さんだけじゃなく、こんな子まで連れ込んじゃって、いつからここは旅館みたいになっちゃったのよ。
What has gotten into you, Shiro? At first you bring Tosaki here to stay, and now her too? When did this place turn into a hotel? What? It's fine. This place is as big as a hotel anyway, so it's no big deal to give up a room or two. If you're okay with Tosaka staying here, then Saber should be fine too.
いいわけないでしょ。遠坂さんは認めるけど、そんな得体の知れない子なんて知らないもん。一体どこの子なのよ、その子は。
Of course not. I approve of Tosaka, but I know nothing about this complete stranger. Just who is this girl anyway? Who? She's a distant relative. I don't really know the details about what happened to her, but she came here looking for help from my old man.
そんな作り話信じられない。だいたいね、仮にそうだとしても、どうしてエミヤの家に来たのよ。キリツグさんに外国の知り合いなんているはずな。
I'm not buying a ridiculous story like that. Even if it were the case, why did she come to the Emiya house? I still had Kiritsugu had acquaintances from other countries. She can't say that with any confidence that she knows it. My old man traveled constantly, so he probably had more friends from other countries than Japan.
ないとは言い切れないけど、それにしたっておかしいわ。あなた、何のためにここに来たのよ。
Saber was gonna say something real funny. Can't say that for sure, but it still sounds fishy. So you, why did you come here? Well, that.
シロー黙ってなさい。セイバーさん、私はあなたに聞いてるんだけど。
You shush, Shiro. Saber, right? I'm asking you. Saber is silent. I don't blame her. Saber doesn't really have a backstory, and she's not cunning enough to go along with my lies.
さあ、私はキリツグの言葉に従っただけですから。
I do not exactly know. I was only following Kitsuga's orders. I guess she does.
キリツグさんがシローを頼むって？
So, Kitsuga entrusted Shiro to you?
はい。あらゆる敵からシローを守るようにと。
Yes. I was told to protect Shiro from his enemies. Ever so quietly. Saber says it with such a straightforwardness and clarity. There is no room for anyone to protest. And if it was really a lie, it will become the absolute truth in Saber's mind. Even Fujine can't argue with her, but he stands up with a frown and glares right at Saber. Saber, she's got... Oh no, please don't kill her. Just knock her out. She's not Jaguar Man right now. It's just Fujine. Fine, if you are serious about this, I'll test your skills. Fujine drops this on us all out of nowhere. And... with the sound of whooshing wind, Fujine takes us outside. And then she takes the bamboo sword, a shinai hanging on the wall, and continues glaring at Saber. Okay. What the hell is Fujine thinking? You said you would protect Shiro, which means you must be at least somewhat disciplined, right? I'm pretty sure Fujine knows a bit more about like Kitsuga's silly things, less not so much the magic, but the him traveling and doing weird things. Considering that, I think from what I remember, Fujine's family is a bit unscrupulous themselves, and whatever, they're like sort of not quite Yakuza-esque, but in that same vein. Even though she herself is a teacher. So it probably doesn't surprise her that there's a thing, it just probably annoys her that it's a woman. Yeah, yeah. Protective of her little brother. You need to take a sword. That's right. I'll accept this if you prove you're stronger than me, but if you're weak, I'm sending you back home. I do not mind, but I do not see the sense in this. Shiro, my guy, my mans. I would say you're being groomed by Taiga, but I think she's too stupid to realize that she could even do such a thing. Anyway, I'm supposed to be the one to protect Shiro. I'm going to be right by his side until he grows up into be a man. I completely butchered that sentence, but still got the meaning across. Saber doesn't seem to fully comprehend what Fujine's intentions are. Then again, none of us do. Like I said, don't need anyone weaker than me around. Fujine, you're gonna get packed like a box of donuts, eaten by the world's fattest man.
でしょ。それなら少しは白を任せてもいいわよだ。
If you say you're stronger than me, you should be more dependable, right? And if you are, maybe I could trust Shiro to you just a little. Fujine swings her Shinrai around with a pout.
わかりました。あなたを納得させればよいのですね。
Understood. I just need to convince you, correct?
そうよ。けど、私を納得させるのは大変なんだから。
Right, but convincing me will be no easy feat. You can really hear that the voice actor for Miss Fujimura here is putting their whole heart into it with that fucking screech. I would do similar things, but I'm in a building occupied by more than just me. And no matter the amount of foam padding I put up to absorb my voice, I can't just suddenly screech like a fucking banshee. Especially when my voice naturally just, it travels far. Like, I remember working on the top of a submarine up on the sail, and then several of us being up there, we could hear what people from below were saying, but people from below could not hear what we were saying up top. Unless it was me. I could relay our message back down without a fucking walkie-talkie because someone forgot it. So I would just absolutely shout down to the pier, and then I'd just see them respond with thumbs up, even though I could hear them just fine, they just can't hear us up here. Reasons. Hey, yeah. Whoa. This is ridiculous. She goes in for a surprise attack. Even though she hasn't even given Saber Shina yet. This Taiga has no business calling herself a teacher. She's going to pull something like that. Saber stands there in a daze, taken aback by Fujine's surprise attack. Fujine swings for the body. Huh? Fujine tilts her head in confusion. Well, yeah. We're all dumbfounded and we're just watching. So it must be even stranger, like the mystery of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. For Fujine, since she's the one who experienced it firsthand. Saber's still standing. The only difference is that she's now holding the shinai Fujine had in her hand a heartbeat earlier. Like I said, you get packed like a box of donuts into a fat man. I don't know if this is for real, but it definitely happened. Saber isn't even holding the shinai she took in a ready position. Completely unintimidated. Just took it from her and just staring at her. Imagine if you swing someone with a baseball bat and then suddenly they're just holding it. And you just got taken out of your hands and you just... What if you just kept following through on your swing, but you didn't hit anything, but yet you lost hold of your bat? So you just keep swinging and you just fall face first into the ground. Because there's nothing to stop your blow. And all the momentum is just gone. And Fujine is frozen in her tracks, trying to save her. Fujine is a kendo expert whose skill is supposedly unmatched. The experience probably made clear to her that Saber is on a completely different level. If you require me to take a ready stance, I shall, but I do believe you are skilled enough to realize I have already proved my point. She's gonna start crying. Fujine staggers back and drops to her knees while you made the tiger cry. Poor kitty. The contest is over. Do you approve of me? Fushine slumps her shoulders and drops her head low. And just when I think she's about to retreat quietly, oh Lord, have mercy. Some weird girl took Shiro away from me. Fujine starts to cry so loud it starts to hurt all our ears. In the end, it took 2 full hours to calm Fujine down. Fujine gestured to Saber, saying, "We need to talk," and went into my old man's room. They were in there for 2 hours. She finally came out looking unsatisfied and mumbled, "I guess I've got no choice but to acknowledge her." She only nodded in resignation. Sakura, though, was silent the whole time. It was getting late, so Fujine wound up taking Sakura home, but Sakura didn't say a single word. She just bowed and home. I'm going back to the outbuilding then. That's all Rin said. Come to think of it, Tosaka's been quiet all this time too. Sorry about that. I bet you're thinking I did something stupid again. Not really. The only thing you're doing is trying to add some unnecessary flab to your heart to make yourself feel better. If you keep on doing things like this, you're going to really get yourself into trouble. She waves goodnight and heads off to the building. I'm exhausted. I should probably sleep early today. Please, wait. Chido, I'd like to ask you something. Sure. But what is it? Why did you introduce me to everyone? I agree with Rin. That was unnecessary. No real rhyme or reason. I just didn't like how things were going, so I introduced you to everyone. Shiro, you did not answer my question. You must tell me. What? Who didn't like? Saber draws closer to me. Was what happened tonight really so strange to her? How do I know? I was just eating and I didn't like knowing that you were all alone. If anything, I thought I would have less secrets to worry about once Fujine and Sakura knew about you. That was most certainly futile then. Making them aware of my presence may well be detrimental. I am able to conceal myself in this house, so it would be better for me to simply remain standing by. Better? In what way? Is she saying she's better off being ostracized when the rest of us are all eating? That's not true. You may be fine with it, but I didn't like it. It's not about logic or sense. I'll look away from Saber. I'm going to go to the shed, but go ahead to your room. She doesn't answer. I turn my back on Saber, who seems unconvinced by what I said, and make my way to the shed. I step outside. The tranquil yard is lit by pale moonlight, with the winter sky is clear enough to see the stars above me. I sigh, hardly realizing I'm doing it. Nosaka's right. I'm contradicting myself. I'm heading to the shed to avoid Saber's room, but I don't want to leave Saber alone. I'm having a hard time interacting with Saber as a member of the opposite sex, but I can't ignore her on a human level. No wonder Tosaka gets disgusted with me and my contradictions. Crap. I thought I was only an experience with magecraft, but I'm also just generally immature, too. I absentmindedly look up at the night sky. The night drags on. My inexperience is all the more reason I can't skip out on my training. All I can do is to keep on believing that if I work hard enough, I might someday attain something. Devu. Heck. Blade. Oh, there's the sky again. The night passed. After getting ready, just like I would on any normal morning and heading to the living room, I am greeted by the most complicated breakfast table scene of my life.
あー、ごめんさくら。私バターダメなの。そこのマーマレードちょうだい。
Sorry, Sakura. I can't eat butter. Pass me the marmalade. Ew. I was trying to think of what's Tosaka might have meant by this. I think she just means that she's lactose intolerant? Maybe?
そうなんですか。遠坂先輩、甘いものは好きじゃないような口ぶりでしたけど。
So? I thought you didn't enjoy sweet things, Miss Tosaka.
まさか、そんな女の子はいないわよ。糖分は嫌いじゃなくて取れないだけだってば。油断すると見えないところが増えるの。甘味どころは週に1回にしなくちゃね。
That's nonsense. All girls like sweets. It's not that I don't like sweet things, I just shouldn't have too much of them. If I'm not careful, things could start building up in places I can't see. So, I'll limit myself to eating sweets once a week. You can use some more in your ass.
なのにマーマレードなんですか、先輩。
So, marmalade.
朝は糖分取るの。それにね、少しぐらいは甘いものを口にしておかないと、後のカウンターが怖いでしょ。
I have sugar in the morning. Probably for coffee or something. Does she drink coffee? Yeah, she drinks coffee. Besides, I should have some sweet things. Or I might pay for it later.
そっか。食事を2食に減らしても、食べる量が倍になったら大変ですからね。
I see. Even if you only eat twice a day, it would be a big problem if you ended up eating twice as much.
そういうこと。黙ってればよく食べるわね、セイバー。ちっこい体のくせに桜の実の量じゃない。
Exactly. Hey, I wasn't going to say anything, but you sure eat a lot, Saber. You might have a small frame, but you eat just as much as Sakura.
そうでしょうか。私は平均だと思いますし、さくらが口にしたパンは私を大きく上回っていると思いますが。
Do you think so? I think I eat an average amount. I would like to point out that the toast Sakura ate was twice the size of mine. Oh god, women.
そんなことないです。遠坂先輩もセイバーさんも私もみんな仲良くトースト2枚じゃないですか。
They're fighting over who's eating the least. Because of course they are. That's not true. Miss Tosaka, Saber, and I were all served 2 pieces of toast.
いえ、厚さが違う。1センチに対して2センチですから、 さくらはよく食べています。成長期ですし、栄養を取るのはいい。瓶も1枚だけと言わず、残さず食べてはどうですか?
Yes, but the thickness was different. One was 1 centimeter thick, while the other was 2 centimeters. Which tells me you eat quite a lot, Sakura. You aren't a growth spurt, so there's no problem with you taking in nutrients. Rin, instead of eating only one slice, you should eat everything that has been served to you. You see, that is my biggest issue, right? This is why I got fat in the military, or like, I put on so much weight in the military that I'm now in the process of losing. It was because I would go up to the galley and ask for food, and then they would just see a tall motherfucker that's like bulky and shit, and is built like a fucking brick shithouse, and they would just give me more food to feed me, and I'm just all like, so I'd only ask for like maybe 1 or 2 things, but it would still end up filling up my entire fucking platter. And that I don't like wasting food. Even though I know most of the food's going to get wasted, I have this thing where I eat all the food that has been served to me, right? Because I don't like to waste food. Although I know in some cultures that's like, oh, if you eat all the food, it's like you weren't fully satisfied. I forget exactly where that is. But either way, for me, yes, I eat all the food that's been served to me. And because I did that with the galley for like 5 years, I put on so much weight. Even though like I never ate outside of that, there was like much like I didn't eat too much when I was home, right? Like I always pretty much just ate at work. I'd go back to my room and I wouldn't eat. So I gained so much weight, and just from food that I ate all at work. And then it also didn't help that the medication I take, it also affects with my what's it called? Metabolism. So it slowed it down, so my body's constantly in like starvation mode, so it's trying to hold on to more fat than it needs to. Annoyingly. Regardless of
だからダメだって言ってるじゃない。さくらと違って胸に栄養がいくわけじゃなし、朝からそんなに食べたら増えるっていうの。ただでさえ朝は食べない主義なんだから、これでも譲歩してるのよ。
Actually, like, regardless of me like biking 14 miles every 3 to 4 days a week, on top of everything else I do, it is actually hell to lose weight right now. Even though I don't eat much and I exercise so much, and it's going down. It's going down. Someday I'll be back to my peak form of 250 instead of 330. And that might make people roll their heads like, you mean 56, 80 pounds? You gotta lose 80 pounds? I'm like, yeah. And, weird. I know it confuses you. I don't look fat, but I'm just dense as shit. And then I'm like, I've weighed like over 400 pounds in the past. And like the only time I looked morbidly obese, like when I was like 16, and I was shorter. I was considerably shorter than I am now, and I weighed over 400 pounds. That was the only time I actually looked fat. Anyway, got confused. Women started making me think of food and eating and weight loss and da 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 da. Women. Anyway, but I can't, okay? Everything I eat doesn't just go straight to my chest like Sakura. And if I eat all that in the morning, I'll just end up storing it. I don't usually even eat breakfast, so I'm already compromising. Osaka, I suggest you not say that in front of Senpai. Don't worry, that's exactly the same conversation my mother would have. You continue mentioning that you emulate things, but why are you avoiding using specific terms, Rin? Like I said, in places I can't see on my body, well, Sakura accumulates in places you can see, so she doesn't count. Oh my, how lewd. Please don't talk about that kind of thing. Dot, dot, dot. I take a bite of my crispy toast. My brain just can't follow the situation unfolding in front of me, so I just stay out of it and focus on my toast. There's nothing for me to really add to this anyway. I guess I worried over nothing. For the time being, the three of them seem to be getting along. Osaka is the same as always, and Saber's warmed up to the girls a good bit more than last night. And Steam. Steamel. That's Steam. Fate. After I found like a way to macro my Fate Grand Order, I've just been doing have it on the side doing free quests for me. Because luckily I have servers that could just kind of I could throw them at it like a fucking brick wall. Like, hey, they'll get it eventually after they beat their head against it for like 30 minutes or 10 or 15 or whatever. Osaka is the same as always, and Saber's warmed up. Yeah. Yeah, Sakura still seems a little hesitant around Saber, but it doesn't look like she dislikes her. I'm concerned that Fujine is not here, but I'm sure she'll come tonight. Last night I must have done a number on her. She'll probably come by for dinner, and I think she'll be in a better mood by then. Your breakfast ends, and I start cleaning up. Senpai, are you sure it's okay to leave the washing to you? Yeah, it's the least I can do. You have to get along going to your club, Sakura. Considering what happened yesterday, you should probably go. Yes. I'll go on ahead, Senpai. Sakura bows to Tosaka too, and leaves the living room in a hurry. And now there's only 3 of us. With Sakura gone, the people remaining all share a common secret. Well, I shall excuse myself as well. Please call for me if you need anything. Bye, Saber. I'll look after Shiro, so keep an eye on the house while we're gone. Yes. Please take good care of Shiro. Saber bows quickly, then returns to her room. Well, there's nothing to do here anymore. So she's probably going back to sleep to conserve energy. Honestly, is fighting the only thing she thinks about? Of course it is. And you should start showing a bit of motivation on that front, or Saber's going to lose patience with you. Her wounds may not be completely healed, but she's not the type to just sit around doing nothing for long. The clicking sound. What Tosaka has to say worries me a bit, but she just turns on the TV. Here's this news again. TV plays the morning news. I just listen from the kitchen as I wash dishes. But it's the same story that I've heard before. There was another gas leak incident in Shinto. What a stupid story. Stuff like this is happening here too. It's not just going on over there. What? Hold up. What Tosaka says there is pretty worrying. But Tosaka, what do you mean by that? It's about people suddenly getting weak, without a real explanation, right? How people are passing out without warning, and then they end up hospitalized, in a coma.
も結構な数になってるんじゃないかな。今のところ命に別状はないらしいけど、この先どうなるかは仕掛けたやつの気分次第でしょうね。
There must be a lot of people affected by now. And at least nobody's lives are in imminent danger, but I suppose that's all down to whoever's controlling this. What? Wait. Hold up. She's saying that this incident isn't just happening in town over? It's happening here too? Unexplained comas? A good number of victims? No, but the main issue is... Osaka, don't tell me. You think a master did this?
じゃあ他の誰の仕業だっていうのよ。いい加減慣れてよね。あなただってマスターなんだから。
Romager, which route you're on, gang? I am on the route that I don't know where I'm going because this is the first route and I'm just letting it flow, my guy. Hi there, Romager. Welcome. Who else? Come on, get used to it already. You're a master too, you know. Okay, maybe so, but why didn't you tell me this before, Tosaka? That it's the fate route. Yeah, most likely. I'm going to eventually get all the routes, but it's like... I've noticed that it's very easy to bounce around thanks to the flowchart. Because there's no easy fix here.
学校で結界を張ってるマスターは三流だけど、こっちのマスターは一流よ。相手を死に至らしめることはせず、命の半分だけを吸収して力を蓄えている。
Yeah, I've watched the anime. I've watched about, oh, so long ago. I watched Unlimited Blade Works and, Fate Zero. I also may have watched fucking the Elisviel one, but, mostly the one that I liked with the Elisviel was like the movie because it had a very cool, Shiro was very cool in the movie. Where he was like, nah, fuck being a hero of justice, I just gotta save my little sister. But, yeah, no, I know I haven't seen all of, like, the routes and what was possible in the original Fate series, so I was like, hey, it came out on Steam, might as well get into it now. And then, of course, like a true person with a gambling addiction, I might have Fate Grand Order playing on the left of me with a macro system doing free quests. The master who casts the bounded field over school is third class, but whoever is causing these incidents across the whole town is first class. They're skilled enough to extract the power they need from people without killing them.
そりゃあ集めるスピードは遅いけど、その代わりに魔術師としてのルールには引っかからないし、無理をする必要がない。このマスターは遠く離れた場所で、町の人たちから
Bro didn't see the Dean anime. Give me a second. Google. Dean anime. What the fuck is going to happen if I do this? Fuck it. Oh, like the studio? Studio Dean. Fate. Also, I'm pretty sure I've also seen the... Yeah, I think I've also seen that one. That's just the normal Fate Stay Night. I know I said Unlimited Blade Works, but... Yeah, I've also seen Fate Stay Night. I forget that Blade Works just means the other route. But, yeah, playing the game because, I know that all the routes are not animated. Especially, like, Sakura's route, for example. I have no idea what really goes on then, and I'm like, might as well read it myself, and then feel like I'm productive by by streaming it. And while gathering energy that way might be slower, they're staying within the rules for mages, and they don't need to exert themselves to accomplish this. This master is stealing the life force from every town. One of the simplest forms of magical energy from a remote location. One really collect magical energy from a distance? I am enjoying it. I'm realizing it is going to be long. It is going to be a very long visual novel. Considering it took me a few streams just to get through the prologue. And I was like, oh, good lord. I think I had streamed like twice, and then I was like at the prologue end, and I'm like, oh. Bro is cooked. Look, that's why I'm like, this is all I'm streaming. That's all I'm streaming until I get through it. Dude, I am cooked. You're a really skilled mage. Only...
2つの町をフォローする広範囲の吸引なんて大がつく魔術師の技だもの。
Only a truly great mage would be able to cast the dead over 2 towns like Shinto and Yama. To absorb energy like that. The whole Fate Stay Night at the end is like 100 hours. With a semi-fast reading speed. Oh, fuck! Ooh, dear. Okay, so what I'm saying is that I'm probably going to be streaming this for the next year. Gotcha. I work something in between. Or I would take a break between routes. Something like that. I'll think of something. It'll be done.
いや、それともよっぽど優れた霊地を確保したのかな。不雪の町には龍脈らしきものがあるって父さんも言ってたし、そこに陣を
This is truly our Fate Stay Night. True and real. I'm gonna... My fate is to stay throughout the night. I'm gonna... Or maybe they looked into a superb spiritual site. Father mentioned that Fuyuki has a ley line. So if they build a base there, it would be easy to collect life forces. Huh? Hold on. Osaka.
父さんの書庫にそれらしい資料はなかったし、あるなら大師傅の書庫か。やだな。あそこ今でも人外魔境だし、できれば遠慮したいのに。
She fate on my stay till I night, yo! I didn't find any materials in Father's study about this. So if there are any, they'll be in the Great Master's study. I really don't want to go in there. The place is uninhabited. And scary. Don't worry about the time, though. Read at your own pace. Yeah, no, I'm fully going to do that. Especially since it also is going to be relatively slower because I'm going to be reading it aloud and narrating and then conversing with whoever may be kind enough to pop in, like yourself.
となると、綺麗に聞くしかないか。あ、いや、ダメダメ。あいつに借りを作るなんてもってのほかだわ。
What do you mean? I heard a blip. I heard a blip. Blip, blip. Blip. Blippity blip. You follow. Welcome. You are now here forever. You are now been kidnapped. You are now in the tower. I'm joking. I'm joking. Which means I might have to ask Akire. No. I really don't want to owe him anything. Yeah, you're now going to Fate Stay Night here forever. Welcome. The follow button was a binding contract. Osaka. Hey. I try to get her attention, but she doesn't respond. Great. Osaka's off in her own world. When we get to school, she's still distracted. The gate is packed with arriving students, beginning another typical school day. But I sense there's something off. Yesterday I passed through the gate without noticing, but today I do know that I'm on my guard. It's hard to explain, but there's this feeling that things are too calm. So much so that it numbs one's instincts. You're right. The air feels different in here than outside. It smells like sweet honey.
へえ、シローにはそう感じられるんだ。あなた、 魔力感知は下手だけど世界の異常には敏感なのかもしれないわね。
Oh, so that's how it feels for you? You don't have any skill at detecting mana, but you might be sensitive to changes in the world around you. Osaka begins pondering. What Shiro is your fave in which route? Don't know yet. Not until I've played through all the routes will I be able to fully answer what's my favorite Shiro from the original Stay Night. Or I guess I can't really say this is the original one because we're not in the funny arrow scenes. But, currently though, my favorite Shiro is the one from the Eliasville movie. Where he, like, ends up using his magic so much that his hair starts turning white throughout the movie, and I thought that was cool. No, yes, I will have to. Yeah, this is the version on Steam. This is the remastered version, and the remastered version does not have the arrow scenes, unfortunately. If it did, yeah, major L. If it did, I would have used my artist powers and just censored it in mod censored, so that I could just play without having to worry about pressing a button. Looks like I could be pondering that orb still.
にしても甘い蜜か。例えるならウツボカズラとか。
Sweet smell like honey. Huh. Like a carnivorous plant, maybe?
なかなか言えてみようじゃない。
Speaking of remastered, I literally do not see nothing new. They didn't even change the sprites. I figured not. I doubt there is. I'm pretty sure it's just like a more normie-friendly version. And unless the flowchart's new. Is the flowchart new? Or was the flowchart in the original? Or I just gotta go back and click to places where I had options instead of having to manually have saves. L flowchart. Okay, so I assume it did. The OGs use PDF flowchart. Okay, fair. Because even with that, with me, I still, out of force of habit, I've ended up putting saves at every what's it called, branching option. Even though I technically don't have to do that. Force of habit from other VNs. Yep, that's a good way to put it. Carnivorous plant. That's disturbing.
そう？シロの直感は外れてないと思うけど。だって
You
こ
think
の
so?
学校、結界っていう蓋が閉まったら中の生き物はみんな食べられるんだし。
You think so? I don't think it's off the mark. So, I mean, once the bounded field over the school closes, everyone inside gets eaten. You've seen all the bad ends in Tiger Dojos up to now, right? There are bad ends, okay. No, I have not accidentally run into the bad ends. Although I did know one of them was probably me using up all the command seals, and that just kind of seemed boring. It's one of those things that I will go back to it eventually. But it's like I'm trying to not purposefully click things. Oh, hell no. What? Bro's not going to go back to it. I can totally go back to it. Probably. If I could just... Look, I just click the flowchart and I go back to... Fuck. Where is it? Okay. Somewhere. Where's Kirei? Where is Kirei? Where is Kirei? There he is. This here is definitely a dead end. bro missed half of the shit. Oh dear. I mean, I did see Taiga Dojo right here. She sees right through me, and I gulp.
やっぱりね。わかりやすいから楽しいわ、あなたって。
I knew it. I love that, and I can read you like a book. Whatever, well, I don't like it. Which other visual novels have you played? I've played Got to a Shoujo, a bit of Clanad. I sadly don't remember any of Clanad. What was the one with the narcolepsy kid? Can't remember his name off the top of my head. My brain wants to say Little Busters. I think that's what it was. A lot of key. Monster Girl Quest. That technically counts. What else we got? Friendship of Benefits, because it was really funny. That one's the funny arrow My Little Pony. It's probably right now. Yeah, I was bored for a week, and I was stuck in a room with nothing but alcohol, and this was during the COVID. With peak COVID, I was stuck in a military boarding room being like, well, what can I find? I'm like, oh, what is this? What is this weird visual novel? And it was fucking My Little Pony. That was an interesting time, and trust me, there was a lot of whiskey drunk. Also, World End Economica. Oh hell no! It weirdly got me able to converse with. You have no idea how many military people are bronies. It's actually quite terrifying. Whatever. Well, I don't like it.
怒らない怒らない。シローの言いたいことだって分かってるから安心なさい。あなたは学校の生徒を巻き込みたくないと思ってるし、私だってここを戦場にするのは願い下げ。ならやることは一つよね。
But don't get so mad. I know what you want to say. So relax. I know you don't want all the students getting dragged into this, and I wouldn't want this to be a battlefield either. See? So there's only one thing for us to do. He's testing me. Osaka's trying to tell me that this master I'm willing to fight in the Holy Grail War is the sort willing to hurt innocents to win, which is why they're here at the school. I know. We need to find the master who set up this bounded field, and take care of it. And if they say they're not going to take down the bounded field, then we just need to defeat them. So, Crow, after the wonderful revelations of the visual novels I mentioned, what are your favorites? That's right. Glad you got it. I'm going to go search for whoever set this bounded field. Let me go and check anywhere that seems suspicious. I've done some searching already, but I might have missed something. And it looks like you're good at finding singularities like this. So I'll let a specialist try his hand. Tosaka waves and runs toward the school building. Hey, don't just leave me hanging. What kind of places are suspicious? Tosaka! To quote you, anywhere the air is sweet. You just need to find place. Oh. Immediately speaking over Tosaka. You just need to find places that are nauseatingly syrupy and sweet. Tosaka yells her reply to me from across campus. And then she disappears into the school building. Oh, what the hell? Why would she need to run in there like that? Oh. The bell for homeroom rings. That's why. She should have at least warned me. I clutched my bag and started running at full speed. Take a sip of berry in my throat, parched. Anyway. After all that happened yesterday, I don't know what Fujine will say if I'm late. It's lunchtime. Temporary though this break from class is, students rush back and forth across the whole school. Okay, won't look suspicious if I wander around now. I wolf down my lunch and head into the hallway. This really isn't the time to say I've never done anything like this. The war has already begun. So now I need to look for anything suspicious like what Tosaka was talking about. In my own way. I guess the first place to look would be wherever that's not usually anyone around. Let's see. I just hope I can make some progress without wasting this 1-hour lunch break. After I search the building, I take a look outside just to be sure. I didn't see anything strange at the athletic fields or behind the buildings, but this area seems different. Don't tell me this is... I found a few suspicious spots around campus. Behind the stairways, dead ends, empty classrooms, and other, less public places. This place is different. Everyone gathers here every day, so it's a far cry from the isolated, deserted places I've checked. How did I not notice this earlier? This place is the most bizarre of all. I clutch at my chest when I speak. The atmosphere here is suffocating, with heavy wind and humid air. Make being here at all damned uncomfortable. My internet lives again! Welcome back, Crow. Didn't know you died. I remember the last things I was saying was something, drinking alcohol and being stuck in a COVID room. Probably being the last things you heard me say. And then I remembered asking, flipping the question back onto you, what's your favorite visual novels, my guy? My internet died when it was killed. True and real. People do die when they are killed. No wiser words were ever spoken from Shiro. As soon as I realize what I'm smelling, I find myself getting nauseous. Osaka said that there should be base points for bounded fields. I don't know how many there are, but I think the first must be somewhere around here. There are a lot of VNs I like, Anne. I don't know how many there are, but I think the first must be somewhere around here. You probably played a lot more VNs than I have. There should be some inscription or sign of it somewhere. Nay? I mean, I've mentioned some that I've played just for because of memes. A lot of them I have played for like memes. Nay, asterisk. From this, how many have you played? I'd say like I can't remember all their names. Probably like 10. Probably just about a handful of visual novels. And yeah, I don't know why. I don't know which word that is. Probably something I did weirdly with stream, but I don't know which word it was. Because I know I set Twitch to moderate. Yeah, I don't know why I got. I know one of my buddies actually told me that Slut was getting censored, and I'm like, oops. It's a visual novel database. Oh, okay, yeah. There should be some inscription or sign of it somewhere. Visual novel database. No use. I don't have the abilities to detect magical energy. There's no way I can find any signs that a bounded field has formed. A lot of visual novels when I was a lot of anime when I was younger I had watched or actually I know from visual novels, even though I never played the visual novels themselves. Real and true. I don't have the abilities to detect mana, so there's no way I can find any signs that a bounded field has formed. Phew. I guess I have no choice but to report back to Tosaka. Oh, it's you. Looking for something, Emiya? Who's there? I whirl around when I hear that voice. There, standing in front of the Kyoto Club dojo is... Shinji. The one, the only, the walking garbage man. Hey, what a coincidence. I was actually heading that way myself. You didn't happen to see it, did you? Your penis? No, it's too small. Shinji grins. Shinji Matao seems genuinely pleased with himself. See what? I don't see anything here. Shinji's the goat for real. We need to sacrifice him. True! He is quite goat-like. Yes. You did see it. I get it now. So that's why you and Tosaka were together. Yeah. Teaming up with other masters is an efficient way to go. What? Shinji, don't tell me. Hey, chill. Emiya, it's between you and me. We shouldn't be hiding anything from each other. I will hide a dagger. Nerd. You've seen the movies, right? I've seen a few of them, and I've definitely seen one where Shinji becomes a funny little, explodey meatball. I don't know what the hell's following you around, but you got forced into the shitty role as well as Master 2, right? And I've also seen many Lancers just stab themselves. I'm at the Heaven's Field. Heaven's Field. I think I watched that one with my buddy. Because that's the Ely'sville route, if I remember. Right? Where Sakura becomes evil. Yes. I'm sure I have, I just don't remember it fully. I mean, she does have quite a few rights to be evil. I don't know what the hell's following you around. She got forced into the shitty role as the Master too, right? Shinji is so blunt about this. Not an ounce of hesitation. He's a master and not at all shy about it. Don't tell me. You're a master, Shinji? Did we give Shiro a medal for putting that together? After he had just stated it like 5 times? That's what I've been saying, you fucking dumbass. People die when they are killed. But hey, don't get me wrong. I've got no intention of fighting anyone. Sure, I'll kill anyone who tries attacking me. But I won't do anything if people leave me alone. See? We're a lot alike in that regard, aren't we? Shinji giggles. From what he's saying, it's clear he's a master, but... I'm actually surprised to learn that you're a master. Emiya, so why don't we have a little chat? One shocked master, another. Yeah, I know that. You know, writer even ain't a servant. Yeah, he's just fucking... There's not much to like about this guy. There's a reason, like, every time he pops up, I'm like, ah, yes, the trash has appeared. The literal, surrogate? I think surrogate would be a nice word. A surrogate master. But chat, I don't mind. But what are we going to be chatting about? About what's going to happen, obviously. I already told you. I have no plans to fight. Yeah, because you don't know how to fight. But the rest of the participants sure do. So it'd be best to be ready for anything that might come our way, don't you think? It might be scary alone, but not so much if there's 2 of us. Yeah, that's why I have Tosaka. Is Shinji asking me to team up with him? Well, this probably isn't the best place to talk about this kind of stuff. Who knows who might be listening? Why don't we go somewhere else? Maybe we could talk at my house. Tosaka wouldn't be able to spy on us there. And we'll be safe, even if we're attacked. Go somewhere else? Are you crazy? Lunch break's almost over, so if we wanted to talk.
バカ授業なんてサボればいいじゃん。ほら、いいから行こう。エミヤがマスターって知って嬉しいんだから、あまり水を差さないでよね。
You are so freaking boring. So what if we skip class? Let's just go. I'm glad to know you're a master too. Don't ruin the moment. There's no reason to go. People would be suspicious if we skipped class.
ち、融通が利かないやつだな。ってああ、そうか。
You just won't budge, will you? Ah, I get it.
それはそうだよね。普通は警戒する。
Yeah, you're right. You should be on guard.
けど安心しなよ。何があってもこっちから仕掛けることはないさ。ほら、僕が騙し討ちなんかするように見えるかい？
Emiya really acting as if he's going to use the education. Yep, he's definitely going to use it for someone. I'm pretty sure the best case of seeing a character use their education for something is fucking Waver Velvet. Taking the place of a dead man. I'm trying to think, what the fuck does Emiya even do after the movies? Or the series? I feel like all Emiya would realistically want to do is just open a takoyaki stand. That would be his ideal ending. Maybe not even specifically that, just some sort of food stall. But don't worry. I'm not going to attack you. No matter what. Do you really take me for the kind of guy to stab you in the back? Yes. Emiya is a great cook after all. I know, right? I would definitely eat his food. Huh? Oh. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't just casually follow you, huh?
まあいいさ。そっちだってサーバントを連れてるんだろ。そんな危ない相手に喧嘩なんて仕掛けないよ。
Well, whatever. You have a servant hanging around you too. So not like I'm going to pick a fight with someone so dangerous. Huh? Does Shinji think I have Saber with me? Right now? Actually, no. Shinji just can't see the servant in spirit form. That's why he thinks I have Saber with me.
いいから行くよ。遠坂に見つかったら、僕も君もただじゃ済まないんだから。
Just come on. If Tosaka finds out, neither of us will live to tell the tale. Shinji starts to walk away. I guess I have no choice but to follow him. I'm interested to hear what Shinji has to say, so at this point I should just give up on attending afternoon classes. We walk up the hill. We are in a residential area with Western-style houses in stark contrast to my house. I hear Tosaka's house is at the top of this hill. And I remember the Matao house is right below it, where it belongs. Like it's trying to hide or something. Although I guess it's not really fair because Sakura lives there too. Matao house is still as impressive as I remember. Yeah, go away, I want to look at it. Bet you guys got black, dark bricks? Actually cool. I visited a few times during middle school, but I haven't been near it recently. I haven't been invited since Shinji and I drifted apart. And above all, Sakura doesn't like coming here. I wonder why. It's daytime, but the mansion is dark. The whole place is designed so that sunlight doesn't get in. There's not much in the way of lighting inside. Crazy how all mages in Fubuki live in the same area, right? I mean, at least with these two. Actually, no, they're two completely separate families. Yeah. Fuck it, why not? These two are essentially just pointing guns at each other the whole time. Honestly, a decent enough space, enough chance of someone smacking into a wall if they don't know the layout of the place.
エミヤ、こっちだ。今にいるから早く来いよ。
This way, Emiya. I'm in the living room. Like, the only place that's even remotely far away from everyone here in Fubuki is Eliasville. Because the Ironsburns are over on a fucking fuck off snowy fort. They're the ones that have remotely their own area. Don't really hear it. Yep. I don't know when he got here. I don't know when he got here, but I hear Shinji's voice from the back of the mansion. Even after a year, I still remember my way around the house. So I'm able to find the living room easily enough. There's nothing in the way of lighting. Even in the living room. The curtain is pulled shut, blocking out the sun. Not a hint of artificial light either. So the place is dark and gloomy. Honestly, my kind of vibe, but to be fair, I do look like a fucking Halloween toy.
エミヤ、こっちだ。
Over here, Emiya. I turn towards the voice. There I see Shinji, sitting on a chair and... a woman, dark, like obsidian, standing behind him. Hey, Ryder.
紹介しよう。僕のサーバント、ライダーだ。
Let me introduce her. This is my servant, Ryder. Yeah, I know her. I have her fully ascended on my fake Grand Order. A chill runs down my spine. Zion! Zion! The chill is so intense it stings to the back of my neck. I thought we were going to talk alone, Shinji. I take a step back.
やだな。用心だよ。エミヤが襲いかかってきたら怖いからね。ライダーにはすぐ近くにいてもらわないと。
Don't mind her. She's just here as a precaution. I wouldn't want you taking the chance to ambush me. I'd rather have her nearby. Shinji reaches out towards his dark servant, Ryder. His fingers caress along her waist, then stroke down her thigh. Sakura, I have some questions. What do you let him do? Ryder doesn't move a muscle. She is still as a statue, keeping watch on me through veiled eyes. I imagine she can even see my fingertips shivering. Some hospitality you're showing to a guest you invited. You might be going a bit far with your caution, Shinji.
冗談だってば。エミヤはそういうのができるやつじゃないって分かってるよ。
I'm just kidding. I know perfectly well you're not the type to do something like that.
まあ、けどお前のサーバントは別だからね。僕だってこいつをしつけるのには苦労したんだ。サーバントがマスターの命令に従わないってのは珍しいことじゃないだろ。だからさ、これはちょっとした牽制だと思ってくれ。
Your servant's another story, though. Training this one took me a while, actually. It's not unusual for a servant to ignore their master's orders. So just think of this as me keeping an eye on things. A servant who doesn't obey their master? Now that I look a little closer, Ryder is different than Saber. Saber is silent, but she is not frosty. I sense only coldness from Ryder. A human, almost completely lacking humanity. A dark figure that looks like the blood in its veins has discolored. she doesn't give the impression of a heroic spirit turned servant. I can only sense something inorganic, and devoid of any light. So, the writer is your way of keeping my servant in check? Can't say I love that.
ごめんごめん。何分こっちは素人だからさ。エミヤみたいに慣れてるってわけじゃないんだ。そのあたりは勘弁してくれ。
Sorry about that, but I'm an amateur, you know. I'm not used to this kind of stuff, unlike you. You'll have to forgive me for that. Lied as easily as he breathed. I can't say I'm exactly used to this, either.
そうなのか。なんだ。なら君も呼び出せばいいじゃないか。その方がお互い理解し合えるし、すごく公平だ。
That's so. Oh. Then why don't you call yours out too? That'll help us understand each other, and things will be even.
ああ、うんうん。それがいい、それがいい。ねえ、エミヤ。僕のも見せたんだからさ。君のサーバントも見せてくれない？
Yeah, let's do that. Hey, Emiya, I showed you mine, so show me yours. Let's see here. As much as I would love to pull out my dick for a measuring contest, no thank you. I'd rather just hit the block button. Did he though? I showed you my penis. Now answer me. I'm not going to answer you. Shinji really thinks Saber's right next to me. It's probably best to let him keep thinking that. I refuse. If you're just doing this to keep me in check, you shouldn't mind. That should be enough if I'm just here to talk.
何それ。あのさ、僕が見たいって言ってるんだよ。何気取ってるか知らないけど、言うこと聞いといた方がいいんじゃないの？
And what the hell? Don't you get it? I said I want to see it. I don't know why you're being a little shit about it. But I think it'd be in your best interest to listen to me. Man, he really wants to see what I got packing. Then we're done talking. I didn't come here to show off our servants. If that was what you wanted, I'm heading home.
そうかよ。使えないやつだな。相変わらず。
Fine. You're useless. As usual. I'll just get what I need when I set up the recording system in the locker rooms later. He moans discontentedly and slumps further into his chair. He is being a little homoerotic, you're not gonna lie. We can only know that Shinji really... See, this is why Shinji is always such a little bitch and is very angry at Emi. He just wants to fuck Emiya. Okay, let's talk then. There's really only one thing I want to talk about anyway.
さっきも言ったけど、僕と協力しないか、エミヤ。マスターになったものの、聖杯戦争っていうのがどんなものか知らなくてさ。一人でいるよりは信用できるやつと手を組みたいんだ。
It's a crazy theory, but it might hold more ground than I would ever think because of how much he wants to team up. Yeah, just everything makes more sense if we consider Shinji as gay. Yeah. As I was saying earlier, when I team up with Emiya, I might have become a master. But I don't know what the hell a holy grail warrior even is. I'd rather work with someone I know I can trust than do this by myself. True and real. I mean, he is going to make sure that Emiya has a hole in him. He's going to penetrate Emiya, as it will. Even if she don't do something, he's 100% going to try. Yep. Hold up. I want to ask you something. My answer will depend on your response.
何？僕がどうしてマスターになったかってこと？
What's that? Want to know why I became a master? As far as I know, Shinji's not a mage. Until I find out how Shinji was selected to be a master, I don't intend on working with him. I hear mages are the only ones who can be masters. I may be inexperienced, but I am training in magecraft. I became a master because I formed a contract with a servant by sheer coincidence. Did you accidentally summon a servant and get dragged into this Holy Grail war, too? If that's what happened to him, then we're in the same boat. I don't think I'd be able to refuse his proposal to team up in that case. Pain.
へえ、エミヤは偶然マスターになったのか。
Forget all the enemies that we might have. Shiro himself is giving me psychic damage. Huh. So you became a master by coincidence, huh?
そうなんだ。よかった。それなら納得できる。
Good. That's a more reasonable explanation. Shinji giggles like it's the funniest thing he's ever heard.
ま、僕も似たようなものかな。本人の意思に反してマスターになってしまったという点では同じだ。
Well, I guess something similar happened to me. At least, in that I was forced into becoming a master, like you.
けど、勘違いするなよ。
Don't get me wrong, though.
僕はマスターが何であるか知っていたし、聖杯戦争のことだって前から知っていた。マトウの家はね、お前の家なんかとは違う。れっきとした魔術師の家系なんだからさ。
I knew what masters were, and I've known about the Holy Grail Wars forever now. Unlike your family, the Matau family is a respected line of mages. What? Un momento, por favor. I do humbly wish to urinate. I'm going to pause slightly, leave, and then I'll be right back. You are free to vanish, disappear, go to other things. It's fine. I'm gonna put on some of my buddy's music on loop until I get back. Okay. I'm back. I see the crow. Crow left. That's fine. I'm very happy that I got someone to show up, and that's nice. Here. Like, I just could not hold it anymore, man. I was like, as much as it might be funny to have the piss retention tag, I was like, okay, pain, pain, actual physical pain, need to go now. But yeah, what? The Taos are a family of mages? Well, I did that. I'm like, now I'm back, but like my entire brain just slowed down. So I'm like, do I continue for another hour like I was planning on? I'm beginning to think that my time frame between like 12 and 4 and 4 and 8, I should just consider it's like the middle of that. If I have the energy to, I can do the 4 hours. But it's very rare that I'm even going to have the energy for that. I can usually only seem to have the energy for 3. Maybe I'll eventually get to a point where I can do 4 hours. So this is going to just be, I'm just going to get some in the stream. Save. Save. There we go. Back with him. Launch my ending music. Wait, that's why it's taking so much for bro to finish the end. Wait, what? I thought Crow left! What? What? Oops. Awkward. Okay, back in. Oh no! No! I'll get better. I'll get to the 4 hours someday. Not this day. But I will say, before I head out, I will say thank you very much, Crow, for showing up. It was a pleasure to have you here. May you have a very wonderful day. We're finishing the game next year with this one. Well, yeah, it's fucking December. Of course we're finishing it next year. There's no way I can finish this in a month. With 4 streams. Skill issue. True. Very true. It is indeed a skill issue, but we're get better on that one. A skill issue that will upgrade. Yeah. Bye bye. Hopefully, see you around, man.